So I have just bought a Nissan 200Sx S14 for £1,000. How is that even possible? Well, because it looks like this. Oh my god, this may be the biggest project yet. I didn't think I'd ever get another bare shell after the E30 and the stress that was building the E30 from a bare shell. But Ollie Evans said to me from day one, he said, "You'll do it again." I said, "No, I bloody won't." He said, "Trust me, you will." And here we are, we've bought another bare shell. Now there is some good reasons of why I've bought another rear shell, and it's mainly due to the E30. Now this is my E30, which again I built from a complete bare shell myself. It's got a V8 in it, it's manual swapped V8 with custom everything. Like, everything has been changed. Like, there's not one thing on this car which is E30 anymore, well, apart from the rear subframe, but we had to get a custom rear subframe made, and this is my full-on drift car. It's got a pedal box, nothing inside. It's got the power steering pump inside the car. We've got a fuel cell in the boot. And it took me ages to build this. Well, actually, it took me around 6 months to build this car. And I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. It's the first time I've done anything like this ever. Now, after building a car from scratch from the first time, obviously a lot of things that I wish I did differently or I didn't do at all. And as I'm driving the car more, these things are annoying me more and more and more. I wish I didn't go so severe out the box. The car's got a pedal box, it's super noisy, it's got 3 fuel pumps, all the fuel lines run through the car, all the power steering lines run through the car, everything is just severe. And it's getting to the point now where I'll never actually be able to put it on the road, and I just wish it was a bit easier to drive. Now the E30s are a very difficult car to drift, and I didn't listen to people before I got the E30, and it's really hard to drive. It's got like 10 degrees of caster, it's super extreme. Pedal box, you have to wear racing shoes, and it's just extreme. So I wanted something that's a little bit nicer as an experience to drift. Now I've always wanted an S14, I've had an S13, but I like S14s the most. And when this popped up for £1,000 on Facebook, I couldn't say no. So let's go over the car and show you why it was £1,000. Now obviously the first thing you can see is the car has no engine and no gearbox. This car has basically been stripped. I reckon it's been stripped to do a drift build, and then the person has given up. There's no brakes on the car at all, which is making me a little bit worried on getting the trailer off in a minute, but that's going to be funny. Also, the car, as you can see, is rusty. The sills are completely gone, inner and outer, on this side, and there's holes. Well, that's the worst bit, but inside there's nothing. It's completely gutted in here, but you've actually got holes in the floor as well. There's a hole there. These are where the cage has been cut out. There was a cage in here and it's been cut out, it's been left, and it's started to rot. Inner sills are completely gone, and the outer sill is completely gone on this side. Now underneath the back, it doesn't look too bad. The rear pockets have got a hole in, so we're going to have to do them. And this looks awful. This looks like the floor, but it's just a heat shield which is rotten, and the floor itself, the boot floor itself, is actually pretty good. So the worst bit of the car is the sills. Obviously the chassis legs on the front are all solid as well, where the tube end's gone in, but it does have some rust behind here on the wheel arch. The inner arches also need doing, and they've also got some holes on the inner arches. Now I've only just started tackling rust. I've been welding bits and bobs for a little while, what I've learnt on the E30, but I've only just started doing bodywork on the Subaru, and I actually really do enjoy it. The only thing I don't like about doing it is when you're trying to do rear arches and you're trying to make a nice car out the end, and you've got to do arches, everyone's going to see it. But I did actually enjoy doing the rear pockets at the bottom, where it doesn't have to be totally flush with the body line. As long as it's structurally sound, it's sound. And I really did enjoy doing the rear pockets on this, I didn't enjoy doing the arches. So the good thing about this, sorry I'm knackered, the only real welding that he's doing is on the bits that are going to be covered. So the sills here, they're going to be covered by side skirts, so we're going to put a big drift kit on it. Side skirts are going to cover this. The rear pockets here are going to be covered by the bumper. And well, that's it really, that's all the welding that needs doing. And inside the car, it's all stripped. So all the welding I need to do is just super accessible, and even better, the car's not painted. So we're going to get the whole car resprayed at the end, so any bits we can get covered up. So this to me is a really good base shell to build another road going drift car, and take the things that I like from the E30 and keep those, and the things I wish I did differently or changed, implement them to this. So as I just said, the plan for this is to have it on the road at the end and not go too severe. Now there is a lot of rust that I can see, which means the rust that you can't see is going to be a lot worse too. So we're going to make a decision whether or not it can be put on the road, well, when we strip it down and see how bad it is, and if we can get it to a good roadworthy state. Now the biggest thing that annoys me about driving the E30 is the fact it's got a pedal box. Now when you're doing engine swaps, it is just the easiest thing to do a pedal box, because you can just wire in what you need or plug in what you need. Now the good thing about the S14 is that it already has the pedals in there, and not only that, the pedals are correct for the engine what I'm going to be putting in there, which is going to be a V8. It's already got a cable throttle, and the S14s actually come with a separate cylinder for the clutch pedal and a separate booster for the brake pedal, which means plumbing in the clutch and plumbing in the brake lines on this is going to be super easy. And the second worst thing that annoys me about the E30 is the fact it's got a fuel cell, swirl port, 2 pumps, super noisy, it's super annoying. This S14 actually already comes with the fuel tank in the car as well, which takes away another big issue. Now this car is clearly at a low point in its life, but the good thing is it's obvious why, and it's clear to see the reason. Now as men, we go through the same thing, low points in our life, but it's never as easy to understand why. Low testosterone in men is super common. In fact, 1 in every 4 men gets it, and also 90% of men remain undiagnosed, meaning they never know why they feel like this. Now low testosterone is a key indicator of symptoms I often have, which is lack of energy, low motivation, and mainly poor sleep. Now I want to do a series of testosterone tests just to iron out if that is the factor or not. This is where I came across Manual. They offer cheap, easy and reliable testosterone tests to do at home. There's step-by-step instructions inside the box, but it's as simple as pricking your finger, filling up a small vial with your blood and simply posting it back to them with a return label that they supply. So I'm going to send off my results, and in a couple days I'm going to get them back. Their experts are going to go through with me exactly what they've seen in my blood, and if there's anything amiss and I do have low testosterone, they offer a TRT service to get you back to that natural level. Now it's going to be a while for the S14 to be back at a natural level, so we're going to have to go and jump on that ASAP. So if you want to do a testosterone test, you can get 45% off using my code LEE45.
Right, so it's got no engine, no gearbox, no brakes, no diff, no drive shafts, no prop shafts, and that's about it. No interior, no bonnet. Actually, we have got a bonnet. We've bought a bonnet. We'll put the bonnet on. No wings, no front bumper. So getting off the trailer without brakes on my own might be quite scary, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Worst case, we've got a bush over there that should stop the fall.
So I think we're going to spend no time, and we're just going to start ripping the rust away. Let's just start getting the rust off to some extent anyway. Now we might go inside and get the grinder, but let's just see what we can rip off. And I'm going to show you in this series that you shouldn't be afraid of rust. These cars go so cheap, or any car goes so cheap because of rust, and people instantly think that it's a big job, but it's actually not as big as you think, really. And I'm not a confident welder by any means. I can weld, but only because I've given it a go, you know? Like, I've not been in any courses or anything. I've not been in any courses. I've just given it a go, and you just find out what works and what doesn't work. And it's not as bad as you think. Because at some point, with these old Jack cars, they're all going to have rust. So it's good to know how to weld. And if they don't have any rust, they're going to be going for a price which nobody wants to pay for. And I'm going to show you in this episode that you don't need much knowledge to fix things. I built that E30 and I had no idea what I'm doing, and it's been the most reliable car I've ever owned. So anyone can do it. Look at this down here. Hey, we're gonna have some fun with this, lads. We're getting the big guns out. Let's get it all chopped away until we've got clean metal. Let's see how bad it is. Now, when you're doing something like this, it is daunting, and it was scary for me, and it still is scary for me knowing how bad it is a video on. But you just want to get rid of it. That rust is doing zero favours to anybody. And you're going to feel like the more you cut away, the more the car is going to become worthless. You've got to get that mindset out of your head, and everything that's brown or that's got a hole in it or that's rusty, just get rid of it, because you can't weld to it and it's just going to grow and grow and grow. So even if you have to cut the shell down to nothing, it's better than having any of that rust on there. So get it off. So my grinder's run out of battery, but I gotta go anyway, so this is gonna be the end of the first video here. But I've just gone over the car with my grinder, pulling out, hitting it with a hammer, hitting some shit, and seeing exactly how bad it is. And it is worse than I thought, but it is fixable. Don't be scared, guys. What we've got to lose? It's £1,000 shell. What have we actually got to lose? The thing is when we get it up on the ramp and have a look at everything, then it's going to be the decision of, is it ever going to be roadworthy? We can fix it. We can always fix it. It's going to be safe for drifting. It's going to be even stronger than it was. Japanese metal is like 0.5 mil thick. That's why they all rust. And it all rusts on the thin areas. They never rust in the chassis legs and stuff, really, because they're a lot thicker. But it's really thin metal. So we're going to be replacing it with double the thickness metal. So it's going to be a hell of a lot stronger. So let me show you where everything that's bad. This is what I've got off on the sill and the floor, so it's pretty bad, but we've got clean metal here going along, and the rear is actually pretty solid, to be fair. There's no holes, it's not really that bad. Needs to clean up, but it's not that bad. So as I get strong here, but that's fine. So here we've got strong metal here, so we've still got a little bit more to take off there, and then all this inner sill, well, it's strong up here, but yeah, it's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal, but we can fix it. There, it's strong here, this bit needs doing there. So I've just chopped this up out here. So we've got strong metal here, we've got stuff to weld to, and we're going to go a little bit further up, but I just need to get the wheel off to do that. So again, we've got got a plate to cut out there. We've cut that out. I've just started pulling that with my hands and just seeing how far it goes back. We've got a bit here on the passenger footwell. This sill's not bad. There's a little hole here and there's a hole there. The rest of it's pretty sound, which is nice. The rear pockets here are pretty bad. I've just pulled all this up, got in. So I'm here to teach you that it's always worse than it looks. It's always fixable. Don't worry about it. We can do it. Might take us a while, but we can do it. This bit here, I've just pulled all this up, so we're gonna have to chop that bit out, do that. This rear pocket's pretty shit as well. Just pulled a big hole there, and I found a nice little tool there that someone's left. So we'll have that. That's okay. Chassis legs are good, which is nice. Boot floor's good, surprisingly. I am surprised, but it is good. Rear chassis legs, good. And then no doubt, probably these pockets are gonna need doing as well. So there's a lot of work to do, but we're gonna do it because we're not fucking scared and it costs us £1,000. Why the hell not? Now, the only thing keeping me sane during this whole process is cleaning up the rust, because every time I saw a pile of rust behind me, it made me feel pretty scared, to be honest. So cleaning up the rust is definitely going to be my comfort for this whole series. So we'll see you in the next video when we get it inside the unit and see how bad it really is.